Hi guys, my name is Akudede. Welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, it's lovely to have you. But if you're old, hey boo, it's nice to have you back. It's clear today we're making some delicious koose Ameria style. Now this is the real recipe and the true recipe that most Amerias that sell delicious koose use. So guys, I'm giving you all the bits and tips and tricks to achieve the best koose you can ever have. So I have some black-eyed peas. I washed it, cleaned it nicely, and I soaked it with some water for about 30 minutes. Now 30 minutes, as I was looking, it's actually risen in quantity and all that, and that is good because the peels are now very soft for us to peel. So I'm putting it into a blender. I'm using an old blender because the blades are not too sharp. If the blades are too sharp, it's going to just mash up everything. So I'm going to be pulsing it for about 5 times. Ideally, if you're using a new blender, you should just do it for about 2 or 3 times and that should be fine. But if you're using an old blender like mine, you can do about 4 to 5 pulses and that should be able to take off most of the peels. So I'm going to do this for all the beans until I am done with all of them, and then when I'm done with all of it, I'm going to be washing it. Now you have to make sure you pulse. When you're pulsing it, you use a lot of water, because if you don't use a lot of water, it's going to blend the beans up and we don't want that to happen. So now here we are washing our beans. We're going to be repeating the process until every single one of the black eye is all gone. Now I won't even lie to you, this process is a bit tedious, guys. I won't lie to you. So mostly when I want to prepare koose, I do this the night before, so that saves me a lot of time. So when I wake up in the morning, I just grab my beans out of my freezer or my fridge, and then I continue with the process, because this process is quite long. Trust me, you're going to go over and over and over again, but hey, at the end of the day, it's worth it, and we're going to achieve the best, most delicious koose ever. I actually went to the market to source for this recipe. There's some ladies that I buy spices from at the market, and she gave me this recipe, and when I tried it, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot keep this to myself. I have to share it with her permission, of course. So yes, this is not my original recipe, it is an Amiri's recipe. So at this point, I was just rubbing some of the beans in between my palms just to get some of the peels off, and that works as well. You can actually, if you don't have a blender, you can actually do that process, but soak your beans for longer, let's say for about 2 hours, just so it gets really soft before you do that. So you're going to do that and keep washing the beans until most of it has come off, because there are a lot of peels in there that needs to come off. I don't know why it's so difficult for these peels to just come out of the beans. They just love their beans so much. So finally, I'm picking the beans one by one, just taking off the ones that are like really stuck on the beans. I just like snap them in between my fingers, and then the peels comes right off. Repeat this process until all of it is done and we have something as beautiful as this. That was hard work, but trust me, it's all going to be worth it at the end. So now that our beans is ready, we are going to be adding some spices. So I'm using some onions, some peppers, some ginger, some garlic, some alligator peppers, some cloves, a little bit of rosemary, and some black pepper, just in very little quantities, apart from the onions and pepper and ginger. So I'm going to be adding this to my blender, and I'm going to blend it really well, guys. This I did very little beans koose. This was a little quantity, so I just added all of my ingredients into the blender to blend them all together. But when I did that, it couldn't blend really smoothly like I wanted, so there were just like little bits of the spices in there, maybe some cloves somewhere, something just in a little bit like pieces. So what you can do is you can blend your dry ingredients in your grinder separately. That way it's really smooth. Then you just add it to the beans once you're done blending it. So I just picked out some of those spices that couldn't blend properly. but trust me, I just showed you the perfect style to use. Just grind it and then add it up. I just added some salt to the blended mixture and I'm whisking it. This is one tool you can use. You can use your whisk and whisk it, but I'm going to be using a little muscle here because yes, it's a whisk. So what I like to resort to is my hand mixer. It's just easy with a hand mixer, and even a stand mixer is better because you can just leave it all in there, step aside and let it do its job and come back later and it's all nicely done. At this point it's risen beautifully, it's airy, so I've added one egg. You can totally skip the egg. I actually prefer mine without egg because then it fries faster and it's beautiful and golden on the outside, but with the egg it leaves a bit moisture in there, so you have to fry it for longer. So with the stand mixer I beat this for about 4 minutes and it was good. Okay, also I added some green onions or some spring onions and then some chopped onions as well, chopped red onions. I don't know why that part did not record. I really thought I was recording it, but apparently I wasn't. So you guys didn't see that. Okay, but add your onions because guys, it adds a lot more flavor and delicious goodness to it. I've also heated up some oil and I'm just going to be dropping my butter in there. So I'm frying this thing on medium heat. Okay, don't fry this on very high heat, otherwise the outside is going to cook and the inside will still be raw. We don't want to be eating raw batter, we don't want to be eating raw beans and all that. No, it's not going to be good. Okay, but guys, the aroma that's hitting my kitchen right now with all those cloves and the rosemary and all that. Did you even know those things could be added to koose? They will always take that out because they don't want you to have their recipe, but hey, I got it out of them real smoothly. Okay, and I'm sharing it with you. This koose recipe is the best you will ever have. Now, if you're new to my channel or this is your first time coming or you've been coming and you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. Click on the subscribe button and join this amazing growing family. Okay, and also give this video a thumbs up, share, and leave some beautiful nice sweet comments in the comment section below. If you have any questions, you can also leave them in the comment section below and I'll answer every single one of them. I love hearing from you guys all the time. Now that our koose is brown beautifully, we're taking it out of our oil and we're going to continue with the frying process. Now, in between each fry, you need to make sure that you clean the oil nicely so you don't have the pieces burning in there, because those pieces, they are so good that I make some separately. You'll be seeing that in the bit. I cannot make koose without making those little crunchy pieces. They are my favorite. They are the ones that I love and it's so good. Okay, so we're going to continue frying our koose. Guys, if you have any video suggestions, if you have any recipes you'd want me to share with you, leave them in the comment section below and I'm going to film them and share them with you. And I have so many other amazing recipes on this channel. I just uploaded Beaufort's recipe and I'll be uploading an Hausa cocoa recipe next, because hey, what's Hausa cocoa or what's koose without Hausa cocoa? So guys, I'm just lining up and I'm just giving you guys back to back amazing delicious recipes. You're going to love the Hausa cocoa recipe as well. It's delicious and it's so easy to put together. So we're going to fry this. Look how beautiful that koose is. I mean, come on, tell me. Aren't you, isn't your mouth watering? Like, aren't you feeling it? So yes, you need to try this recipe, guys. It's a no-fail recipe. Now I'm making my crunchy bits. So I'm just using my spatula and I'm just sprinkling it in there and I'm going to fry it until it's golden and it looks crispy, just like so. Goodness, it's so good. I just love it and my kids love it as well because it's in little pieces and it's crunchy and it's yummy and it's everything good. Okay, so fry everything nicely and then enjoy this with your cocoa or whatever you like to eat it with. What do you want to eat it with? Let me know in the description or in the comment section below. What would you like to eat this with? Also note that all the ingredients are in the description box below, so check them out. Our koose is ready, our cocoa is also almost ready, and you're going to have fun enjoying this. and I know you will too. Now take a look at the inside of our koose. This is perfection. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. In the meantime, be loving, caring, and stay safe.